30 years and not watched wrestling. That's mad.
The only guy I knew was Kevin Owens, because he was my student for 5 years. I'm the one who taught him how to wrestle. He was at my wrestling school for 5 years. So I knew of him. I knew he was a great worker. I knew when I was teaching him in my school, he was always ahead of the other kids. And he always wanted to go fast. And I was saying, hey, we're a group here. You know, you're not alone here. The other guys paid too. So just take your time. And then after 5 years, he couldn't take it anymore. He just took off and did the independent things. And so it went well for him. So he's the only guy I really knew, actually, to be honest. You know,
I'm glad that you mentioned his name, because I was going to ask. I read, because I wanted to see like who you trained, who you'd guided, and the main name that came up was Kevin Owens. Now, anybody who listens to this show, he was my pick for the Royal Rumble last night. He is far and away my favorite wrestler, like my favorite current modern day wrestler. I think he can do literally everything. He can be a face, he can be a heel, intense, funny, serious.
You know, when he came to my school, you know, I told him he was 14 years old when he came to my school, and he wanted to start running in the ropes, and I said, whoa. When you know, in life they say before you run, you gotta
walk,
yeah, but not at my school. At my school, I wasn't born walking. I was born crawling. So I said, when you come to my school, you're gonna learn how to protect your opponents. You're going to learn how to transfer your weight. You're going to learn this and that. And then when you start walking, you're going to walk, and I'll show you how to walk. And then when you walk correctly, I'll show you how to run. And then that's how it was at my school. That's why all the talent that I was surrounded at all my shows, they were so happy to work with me, because I was always going to the basic and the fundamental of wrestling. You can have the most beautiful house in the world on the lake there, but if you don't have a good foundation, your house is going to crumble eventually. You know, so I always took the guys and I always said, let's start with the bottom. And let me teach you especially the first thing was how to take care of your opponent, so him not to hurt. In other words, you pick up a guy for a body slam and you're off balance. Well, you make sure that he falls straight and you fall crooked, because you're the one who put him up there. He gave you his body. He trusted you with his body. So you make sure you put him down correctly, even if it means if you fall on your elbow and you break your elbow, it doesn't matter, because he gave you his body. You take care of his body. And that's how I taught at my school. And that's how it's supposed to be done in wrestling.
So is it safe to say that he was a little bit maybe arrogant when he first came in then?
Yeah, he was arrogant, but so was I. You know, so when I was young too, I was a little arrogant. I thought, I saw him in me. You know, so it's something that I didn't bother that, because he was a likable guy. You know, Kevin Owens was a really, you talk to him, you know, and you put him back in his place, and then he'd come and give you a hug, you know, like he wanted to stay good. He'd understand that he went out of bounds a little bit. Then I'd bring him back in line, and we had a great relationship till the day he left.